Okay, I'm Brian.
And I'm Julie.
And this is Briley. And you are Riding with the Rigs. So today's video is on how did we find a mechanic that was trustworthy in Sarasota, Bradenton area. So we actually found one and we're going to interview him. We're going to head that way. It's definitely raining outside, so we apologize if it's a little loud, but we just winged it.
Yes. The mechanic is top notch. He's very well respected. He's very
ex-military.
Yeah.
Super clean shop.
Very sharp man and excellent on what he does.
And we've both actually used him. So this is an unbiased review from two individuals who's actually used this guy, and he's just above and beyond what we could have ever imagined.
Yeah.
Very trustworthy, integrity, doesn't give you what you don't need, doesn't tack on a bunch of stuff. And one of his claims to fame is he actually likes dealing with a woman more than a man. He's got a wife and a daughter, and he treats women that come into his shop like he would treat his wife or his daughter. So we're gonna head on down that way, and we're gonna show you his shop and let you know the owner of Hitchcock Automotive in Sarasota. So
cool.
We'll see you inside. Okay, so I wanted to add that I'm from Kentucky, she's from Orlando. So we're making these videos to help people that are moving to the Sarasota, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch area, because we know how hard it is to find an honest mechanic. And so we've kind of done the legwork for you. That way you don't have to go through the process of finding one that you could trust. We've used this guy, we trust him. He's done several jobs for us on our vehicles, and one of the main things is that he did your tire.
Yes, I had gone to two different other places to get my tire fixed. I had a screw in my tire, and both of them said either I need to buy a new tire, and the other one said I actually have to buy two new tires. And Brian said, no, let me call Scott. And so he did, and Scott saw a picture of where the screw was in my tire, and he said, yeah, I can fix that.
And he knew we were going to Kentucky for my family reunion.
Right. So as soon as I got there, he took the car back, took care of it. I wasn't even there 10 minutes, and it was lickety-split
done. So that's the main reason we're doing this video, is to help people that are relocating from a different area, and we're kind of doing the legwork for you with these videos. So next is we're gonna go meet the guy. So we'll see you next.
Let's go. Okay guys, here we are in Sarasota at Hitchcock Automotive Repair, right off McIntosh Road. Let's go in and meet the owner. Okay, here we are with Mr. Hitchcock himself, Mr. Scott Hitchcock, the owner of Hitchcock Automotive Repair. So go ahead, and I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, but the questions are really easy, so don't get nervous.
I'm good.
Okay, so how long have you been in business?
30 years.
30 years?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yep. I mean, 28 years up north, 3 years down here, so it's 31 years
Okay.
altogether.
And what would you say your specialty is?
The average cars, the Toyotas, the American cars, the average drivers, not high performance, I don't get into any of that stuff. So the average car is what I work on.
Okay. And then what do you typically see that comes through your shop?
Well, the most important thing, the most biggest job that we do in a lot of them is oil changes, because that's the most frequent thing you do on a car. Second will be brakes, and everything else you go into like tune-ups, coolant leaks, things like that. Tires is a big thing down here.
Okay.
Batteries is another thing. The hot temperatures down here destroy those things on cars pretty quick.
Okay.
So those are the things that we mostly do.
Okay. Now there's something I like to call the golden nugget.
Okay.
So if there's something that we could prevent as car owners, what would that be?
Maintenances. Keeping up on the fluids, changing the oil, changing all the other different fluids. It prevents everything else from going bad. If you don't take care of the fluids, things break.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Now we also want to get into the fact of a woman. I'm a woman, and I know that it gets difficult sometimes because I'm very fluent in the kitchen, but when it comes to my car and the mechanics of my car, I'm not.
Correct.
So help me help our viewers whenever a woman has to have a car repaired.
Well, basically what I look at it is when I'm dealing with a woman, I'm dealing with like it's my wife or my daughter. So when I treat them the same, I try to be as friendly as I can be and be as honest as I can be on the repairs.
That's good.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, just you want to treat a woman or women as you would want your wife or your daughter to be
Correct.
treated.
And I understand on a lot of places where they go into and they feel mistreated from dealing with automotive guys. Unfortunately, I do not do that. Like I said, when I talk to a woman, I treat them just like if they're talking to my wife or my daughter, either way.
Yes, very good.
So,
what type of certifications do you have?
well, I have a certification of ASC. I'm masterly certified, advanced certified. In other words, I'm certified in all areas of automotive. And one of the things too that we do is we do have a 2-year, 24,000 mile warranty. Anything we do, we stand behind. I'm also the guy that you just have to mention it. I look in the computer, I look up the history. If you lose your receipt, I'm not the guy who goes, oh, I won't warranty it. If we did it, we warranty it, 100%.
Nice, very good. How do you let us know once you find out what's wrong with our car?
Well, there's different ways we can do it. One of the biggest ways we do it, we do digitally. We'll contact you by a text. You're able to look at everything that we've done, all the breakdown of what needs to be done. There's inspections. I can send you pictures and photos. So that way, once you receive them, you can contact me and say, okay, let's go over this and see what we need to do. When you having that in front of you, it makes it a lot easier to explain everything that needs to be done. And I can tell you what's priority, what's not priority, and then you can let me know what you want done, and we just do whatever you like to do.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
One more question.
Sure.
When it comes to how you want your business ran, what's the most important to you?
Most important thing is honest. What I want to do is I always say that I want to look for the customer, not the repairs. I'm not looking to get, how much can I get out of you the first time? I'm looking to keep a relationship going for a long period of time. For two things is it brings me more work, being honest with people, and if I have customers for years, which most customers of mine are, then I'll do better in the long run than versus trying to get as much I can get out of you at the first time sale. So I try not to do that.
Yes. Do it right the first time.
Do it right the first time,
and they're gonna
100%.
come back and
Correct.
they're gonna trust you.
And don't try to gouge them right off the bat.
Right.
You never want to do that in the first place, but a lot of places like to do that. Like to bring you in, sell you everything underneath the sun, get you out the door. They don't care if you come back or not. I do. I look to take care of the people.
We love that.
All right.
We're so thankful. We appreciate you.
Okay.
Very much.
I appreciate you guys doing this.
It's
Thank
been
you.
a pleasure.
Same here.
Okay.
You want to take a tour?
Let's do it.
Let's take a tour.
Okay. All right. I'm going to show you around.
Okay, here we go. So nice.
Thank you.
So clean.
Probably like right over here, if you look, at an alignment machine. I can do any kind of alignments, tires, anything to do with the car. We try to do everything in-house, for the main reason is that we want to be able to control everything. The last thing we want you to do is go somewhere else where we don't have control of how they do the work, honest or not honest. So we do everything in-house. And coming back over here, you'll see that we have 5 different racks in here, to where we can turn around and do average Joe cars, which everyone's car, and the one in the center is for a big truck, say a big diesel pickup, that kind of thing. So we're able to do up to 3500s, but no larger.
And this place literally is the cleanest shop that I've ever seen. Like you can eat off the floor.
Yeah, we try to keep it up, but we try to, this is a good selling thing. I've always hated working at the places that are dungy, dark, greasy, what everyone hates. And I've always hated it. So as long as I've owned my place, I've always tried to keep it as clean as I can.
And you have a history in the military, right?
Yeah, I did 4 years in the Marine Corps back in 84 to 87.
Okay,
So
perfect.
I done that, and then I did that, and then when I got out of the Marine Corps, I ended up going to Wyoming Technical Institute for mechanical, and then I was turning wrenches for probably about 5 years, and then I just got tired of what everyone else hates, working for those people, so I opened my own.
So for us, I'm from Kentucky. She's from Orlando and Oklahoma. So we know that people that are relocating to the west coast of Florida, Bradenton, Sarasota, we want to give you a leg up on having to avoid trying to find a mechanic that's honest with integrity, because he's already done work on my car and her car. So this is an unbiased review, and we believe in this guy, and we definitely recommend him. So if you're in the Sarasota, Bradenton area, he's definitely worth the drive if you're a little further like we are, but he's definitely worth it.
Definitely worth it.
I
Mr.
think so.
Hitchcock, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for your service, and thank you for our freedom.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks,
it.
man.
God bless you.
Thank you. God bless.
Okay, so this is an actual customer for how long?
About 2 years.
Okay, so he's been coming to Hitchcock Automotive for almost 2 years, and tell me why you like this guy.
I really like Hitchcock just because the guys are personal with you. You really get to know them. I've tried going to other small shops because I always like to support local businesses. But when I brought my cars and my wife's cars here, I mean, he is straightforward with you. He gets things done in a timely manner, and he's just so like good at communicating with his customers, and it just keeps you coming back. He makes you feel like family.
Yes, he does. Okay, and then what did he do to your car? Like what types of services?
So just general maintenance. I mean, he would give my wife's car the rundown. Like just if we were taking a long trip, I made him check everything, just make sure we're good as far as brakes, tires. I'm bringing my car in today for transmission issues, and I know he's going to treat me right and get me set with what I need.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, man.